Okay, I am excited. I'm always excited about each call, just in what we're going to chat about, as well as just to see all y'all's faces. Thanks for being on these calls. You don't know how much you encourage Brenda in my heart, just seeing your consistency and faithfulness, and kudos to each one of you guys for that. We have been on this journey of going back to the basics and really honing in on getting new partners and then getting them up and running. If we're trying to do this business alone, it's going to take us a lot longer to get to where we want to go. And so the more we have on this journey with us, and I love what Dr. Du Bois always said, we need more boots on the ground, because the more people we share and they're on board with us, the quicker we'll build, but also the quicker we will reach more people. And that's what we want. So anyway, last week, if you're on this call, you heard Stacy Whitmire, and what an inspiration. Her goal, just to refresh your memory, her goal was to get 15 new partners in 30 days. And you know what? She didn't reach her goal, but we celebrate. And you know why? She got 9 new partners and 5 promotions last month. So who cares if she didn't hit her goal? And that's where we have to readjust our mindset many times. Is it's not about whether or not we hit the goal. It's going after the goal and seeing what we get. And I guarantee if she hadn't set that goal at 15, she would never have gotten 9. And to get 9 partners in 1 month is huge. And then 5 of them to be promoted. Think about that. I don't think I've ever done that. I know I haven't. So the fact that she was brave and she went ahead and made that. Well, today, before we jump in and talk about what's holding us back from not doing exactly what Stacy's a fireball, but there's no reason we can't duplicate what Stacy did. And so we're going to take a few minutes, and I want to hear from several people who are doing just that. They may not have gotten 9, but they're on their way to get several new partners. Brenda, while I'm thinking of it too, don't let me forget to circle back around and you talk about the shred.
I will.
Okay. But let's jump in and let's see. We'll just jump right in because Karen was going to talk last week and we ran out of time. So Karen, let's hear about your either new partners or potential new partners, how you connected with them, what was the conversation, and where are things at, and maybe some challenges that you've had to overcome.
Okay, sure. Now I'm no Stacy Whitmer, so let's get that right off,
We
out of the
you
way right
are.
off the bat.
None of us
Um,
are Stacey Whitmer.
Funny, but as part of my regular check-ins with my partners, I contacted one of my wellness coordinator partners, downline partner, and her name's Jacqueline. She's the mother of 2, one of which is an infant, so she's been pretty busy. I asked her if she'd like to go over the next step for in the business, and she indicated that she did. So we set up a Zoom to go over the QSC planning sheet. So when we met a week ago Monday, we went over how many customers she needed and how easy it was to get another partner to Partner Plus. And I explained the bonuses she could receive and depending on how quickly she got the customers and Partner to Partner Plus. She told me that her husband had been telling her, if you're going to be in business, you need to know the numbers and facts. So a while back, I had forwarded Jacqueline, who, by the way, is in a medical field, a letter that I'd written for my niece, who's a nurse, to send out to family and friends when she launched her business. So Jacqueline was going to personalize my niece's letter and post on her Instagram to relaunch her own business. So I asked Jacqueline on our Zoom how the launch with the letter went, and she answered me very transparently and said, "Do you want the truth, or do you want to hear what you want to hear?" And I said, "Of course, always the truth." And then she told me that she hadn't sent it out at all. And I don't know what exactly she was expecting to come from me next, but I immediately told her that's totally okay. Life happens, and I get that. I reminded her that I'm not her boss and that she doesn't have any quotas, timelines, or consequences in the business. I added that I just know that I know that you can be successful in this business, and I believe in you. I'm here to be your cheerleader and to help you to get there, and no judgments. And so I saw something in her from the get-go, and I'm confident that she'll do well. I just love the fact that she felt safe enough to be vulnerable with me in her honesty. It was a great Zoom full of brainstorming and connection. And to my on surprise, an hour after our Zoom, Jacqueline told me that she had just acquired a quad order and that she had two more possible and wanted information about pregnancy for another person. She's amazing. So I sent her Stacy Schloss's short recording on Facebook recordings page on pregnancy to send out. So going forward, we're going to be meeting weekly to keep that momentum going. And I'll quickly add another quick story that Brenda asked me to share totally today when her and I check in regularly, Brenda and I. So I've been dripping on this adorable homeschooling mom of two who's a representative with Epicure. It's a Canadian-based clean meal solutions network marketing company. So she understands our industry. She's a customer that I acquired in Florida through my sister-in-law. Carrie placed her order herself without my knowledge, and it cost her additional money because she didn't utilize the Healthy Starts program. So when I got notification from corporate that I had a new customer, I contacted Carrie and told her that I could correct her orders and get her eligible for a free child's order because she had two adult duo orders. She was so surprised that I made the offer to her. That simple interaction was the start of a beautiful customer partner relationship that has now blossomed into a beautiful friendship. And she's currently a two trio order with two children's health studies orders because her youngest turned 4. As our relationship progressed, I knew that I wanted this darling girl on my team. She was already sending me customers. So I asked her if she'd like to get paid on those orders. She initially said no, and she said had her hands in way too many things. So repeatedly, and I'm talking like 5 times, she turned me down, even though I shared that she could join for either free or for $10, and that she'd have me to help her every step of the way. This last time, however, she didn't say no. She said, I would absolutely love working with you, but I'm just not ready yet. One day that would be great. So believe me, I'll be thrilled when that one day arrives. And the last little tidbit I wanted to share with you is my new partner, Dr. Joe Holland. He's a dentist. I'll be placing his personal order for him this week and set up his office with information on Juice Plus. Originally, he was going to have someone from his office become his wellness coordinator, but they've had issues with his staff, not to do with the practice, but personally. And they just need more time to get a coordinator in place. So I'm super excited to help him out until that time and to see where this relationship and partnership takes us. So to me, these small steps are going to add up to my future success. And I've got to celebrate these little ones while I can.
I love it. I love it. So it was your dentist, and then a referral customer turned into a potential partner. And the one that is a partner, where the very first one, Jacqueline, where'd you get her?
She's actually my another partner who I'm wellness coordinator for. It's her downline.
Okay. I love it. Okay. I love keeping track of where these new partners are coming from. And we want to all kind of take note because we all three everyone on here has a dentist. Everyone on here has downline that they can help build their downline. And then all of us have customers that we can keep dripping on. So I love that. I love that. That was just consistency on Karen's part. Okay, Elaine, shut up. Shelly, let's hear about Shelly's got some great stuff going on. Let's hear from Shelly.
Okay, hello everyone. So I recently went to the eye doctor myself, and before I went, I just grabbed some of my little packets of gummies and chocolate and vanilla. Although I was almost out of chocolate, I only had one left at the time. So, but I've got another order since then. Anyway, so I went through when I was talking with the eye doctor herself, she said that she had just started this new workout program. And then I didn't even bring up the samples or anything yet till I got done with my exam. And then I was checking out, and I was telling the girl I was checking out with, I pulled all of the samples out of my purse and I just laid them down. And the girl that was checking me out was very intrigued. And then the eye doctor came out, and I overheard her telling another person that she had recently lost like 40 pounds or something. I only go once a year, so I didn't realize how much she'd lost. But so she walked over, and then another girl that worked there walked over, and I was telling them all about what it was, and they seemed very very interested, one girl specifically. And then the eye doctor herself took some of the samples, and then told me to contact the office manager, which I'm trying to do. I've emailed, and she hasn't emailed me back yet, but it's only like 5 minutes from where I live. So I think next time I'm out and about, I'm just going to drop back by and try to get in touch with her, set up a meeting or something so I can get that. And Karen, I might need your help or somebody, because I've never set anybody up with a business like that, like a dentist. I mean, an eye doctor, but I am going to the dentist next week, so I'm gonna try to do the same thing. But anyway, so another story I have is a girl I went to high school with. I have been dripping on her since, I just looked back at my messages, since about September 2022. And she and her friend own a business where they sell insurance, mostly for people who don't have access to it through a more major corporation or something. And we've been going back and forth and back and forth. She thought that I might be a good person to come. Like, sometimes she'll do wellness events at some of the companies that she's selling insurance to. So we were trying to set up a time for me to go speak and talk about Juice Plus at one of their lunch and learns. That never panned out, but we've still been going back and forth, and I try to comment on all her stuff on Facebook. And then she recently she ended up going to someone who owns a business who also sells Juice Plus, but she went there to do some other like medical. Anyway, point is, this girl was trying to get her to be a partner and get her all signed up with Juice Plus. But thankfully, she remembered me, her high school friend, and called me and said, look, I know they're doing a $10 special right now, and we are finally ready, and we want to sign up as a business. So that's it's a little bit different than like the dentist or eye doctor, but they're signing up their business as their main. They're both just going to feed customers into the business. And then eventually, if we get that business qualified, which hopefully we will, they can sign up separately. Like Kathy can sign up, and her friend Cindy, and they'll have their own kind of side businesses going even underneath that. But they have tons of connections because they're meeting with people all the time, talking about health and trying to live a healthier life and stay, with their insurance needs and stuff like that. So that's where I am with that. I'm hoping it takes off.
I love it. I love it. Again, just like when she went to the eye doctor, she went prepared to talk. And then kind of the second thing listening to Shelly's story is, don't give up on people. Timing is everything. And sometimes the timing's not right, but we forget and we just let people go by the wayside, when in reality, circling back around, my gosh, that was 2 years ago, and they're ready. And so that's never, ever, ever lose your memory jogger. Let's keep adding to it, creating new ones, but hang on to that. And Shelly's proof that people come back to you when the timing is right. And so don't get discouraged. So kudos to you, Shelly. And we went to dinner with them the other night, these two that in the insurance business, and they are full of life. I had the best time. They are so much fun. I said to Shelly, they're going to attract people just simply because how fun they are. So they'll be a great couple of additions to our local team here. Anybody else? I'm gonna call on Aaron. You got some exciting news. I was hoping Precious would be on the call. Why don't you share with everyone about Precious? Wait a minute, you're on mute.
Okay, that's better. Precious has been working her tail end off, and she has Vanessa that kind of lit a fire under her and made it possible for her to make QSSC, which is super exciting. And she's like pulling out POB and and just ready to be SSC come Phoenix. So we're going to have some massive celebrating to do in April and in Phoenix. It's going to be great.
Yay, good for Precious. I'm so excited. So we've got, and I know Trina, I don't know if you're there. I know you've been just killing it. And you and Brenda are like working nonstop. Maybe either Brenda or Trina want to share a little bit about what you guys have been doing. We've had a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. So either one of you want to share a little bit?
Let's see. Can't get
There
on.
you go.
Am I on?
You're on.
Okay. I don't see it. There I am. Well, we've just been, this past weekend, we've been just working our tail off trying to qualify. And we did it, as far as I know. I think we did it.
She's POB qualifying. That's
Yes.
what she's working toward.
Yes, yes. So we did that. So that was a big couple of days.
But you guys have been doing events like crazy. And
Well, we
Go
were
ahead.
going to go to Jay Jill's. They asked us to come in and set up, but we had a horrible, horrible snowstorm that night. And that was on a Friday, and we were supposed to be there Saturday. Well, I knew we weren't going to get a lot of older women coming out on Saturday in the cold, in the snow. So I just was in there yesterday, and we're going to reschedule that. They're doing
Okay.
events, like once a month in the store. So we're going to do shakes, which I was surprised they were going to let us have food in the store.
Wow.
So we're going to do shakes and energy balls. So
I love that idea. Who on here would have thought, oh, I have a J, what is it called? J what?
Jill.
Jill. I know we have one in our avenue. Shelley, we may have to, Edie, you may have to get on that. I love that.
They never do that. This is something new they've started. So usually, they'll have like the mall people come in and bring their store, but they gave us a table and an area, and we're going to do the shakes in the dressing rooms back there. So we just have to set up a time. I'm thinking probably before Easter when people be out shopping.
Yeah.
Saturday, but they're only giving us a couple hours. But I know we'll be able to go in whenever we want because they're trying to bring in business.
Yeah. I love it.
And you also have a bunch of teams, Trina.
What? I didn't hear you.
I said you've also had a lot of connections from the past that you've brought on the team.
With the doctors? Is that what you said?
No, yeah, the doctors too. The doctors.
Right.
Can you not hear me?
Well, it's coming
There's
in.
a bad kickback on when you talk, Brenda, unfortunately.
Killing me.
All right. Well, Trina, kudos to you. I mean, every time I'm talking to Brenda, she's telling me you guys, now are you hearing kickback on me?
Yeah, I'm not.
Brenda, put yours on mute and let me see if I'm still getting a kickback. Am I kicking back now?
No.
I think it's related to yours there, Brenda. Sorry. Anyway, thank you, Trina, for sharing.
Okay.
Anybody else got some good, exciting things going on? Allison, I know you got a new team growing.
Yes, I have a couple of young girls, and they have put together, they did a little event where people brought their kids, and I think they realized it was a little hard to talk with toddlers running around, but one of the girls, Caroline, is getting very close to QSC. She's almost there. So we've talked about doing a salad and jar party for inviting her neighbors, because that's a good way to invite people you don't know to at least start that process of dripping on them. So that's kind of our next plan.
Awesome. You guys, anybody else got some good things going on, want to share? Sandy, what you got going on?
So we were at our local Perkins restaurant on Saturday, and discovered that when he eats better, his blood sugar level is lower. So we found a stir fry that he really likes. And so we were sitting in our booth, and the owner came up, and I don't even know her name, but she's been there for years. She's owned the store for years. And she bent over and put her hands up on in back of me, and she said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Well, sure." And she said, "Really? Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Of course you can." And she said, "Is your hair real?" And so, yeah, it's mine. And I just did it this morning. We just kept talking and talking and talking. And she said, and she did this to her little bun thing. She said, this is a hairpiece. And I said, well, I would never guess that. Leading on to, what was going on. And I discovered that she had colon cancer. And so she had a big stretch of chemo and radiation. And the therapy went really well. She's cancer free now. She started in with telling me that her boyfriend needed a colonoscopy. He'd never had one, and he's over 50, and all these things. And I looked at her and I said, "Have you ever heard of Juice Plus?" And she said, "Yes, I have. What do you know?" And I said, "Well, we've been living on it for years, and I wouldn't go a day without it." And I said, "It's fruits and vegetables in powdered form, picked, vine ripened, and, all the clinical research study." And I reached in my purse and got my phone, and I had a card with my name on it. And I said, "I'm going to give this to you." I said, "We have a free program for children from 4 to age 26. And then I turned it over and I said, "And we have these lovely tower gardens." And her face just lit up. And she said, "I've been thinking about these things, about getting some kind of a garden." And I found out that she was raised on a farm. There's nothing like homegrown, fresh garden fruits and vegetables. And so I told her about that. And I said, "You know what?" I said, "You could even have one of these in this restaurant." She went, "I know." And so anyway, I told her, I said, "I would love to connect with you. And she's so friendly. She's every time we're in there, she's going around table to table. So, and then the guy came up, a hostess came up and said, or host came up and said, "You've got an interview at table 13. So she was interviewing for a job. But anyway, and that was just out of the blue because she had she was worried, and she didn't want to offend me by asking me these questions, but it just turned into a wonderful conversation, and who knows where it will lead.
Well, I think what you just shared with us, Sandy, will lead into what we're going to talk about today. And that is just simply, do we have our antennas up when it comes to connecting with people? Let me share my screen and let's jump into what we're talking about today. Let me see here. Let me get rid of this. All right, sorry about this. Let me pull the screen down. Well, there we go. I was thinking about, when I'm thinking about our adding partners to our team, I got thinking about Stacy's talk last week. What was it that Stacy went to not having adding any partners for a good while and adding 9 in 1 month? And I want us all to think personally, if Stacy can go from 0 partners to 9 partners in a month, what was it that made that shift for her? What was holding her back? And she was vulnerable last week and shared. And then what did she do to kickstart and get moving? And so as I thought about that, I thought, it might be different for each one of us. So I want you to let's talk about, and I thought through, what are things that hold us back in this business, with specifically when it comes to adding partners to our team. So let me ask you this, and I want y'all to get a pencil and paper out. And let's grade ourselves on a score of 1 to 10. 1 meaning, I should have thought about this a minute ago. 1 meaning, no, it doesn't apply. 10 meaning, yes, it applies to me. So if I read this off and it applies to you, the more it applies to you, the higher the number. Does that make sense? I should have thought how to communicate that before I started. So sometimes when I see new partners, sometimes people just don't have a big network. And they're not willing to do exactly what Sandy Thompson did, is just get out there and start talking to people and building their network. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to think, how big is my network? Like right now, how many people do I have on my memory jogger that I still have yet to connect with, or that I need to follow back up with? Or, you know what? I've done a good job following up. I need to find new people to talk to. So on a scale of 1 to 10, could it be, I need to expand my network? Number 2, let's be gut honest with ourselves. Maybe I just need to work. I think about Juice Plus. I shuffle papers around about Juice Plus. I chit chat with people in Juice Plus that I like to chit chat with. I can do that all day long. But do I just need to get to work? Do you remember Stacy giving herself a goal of having 10 business conversations a day with people? A day. She got to work. She flat out got to work. So 1 meaning, I work this business, not talk about it, think about it, shuffle papers about it, but I truly am making the connections every day. Or if you're like, I do, I'm connecting to 10 people a day, well, then that's not your issue. But maybe you're like, you know what? You're right. I'm not having those new conversations every day. Maybe that's a 7, 8, or 9 for you. That's one you want to hone in on. For me, I think I work this business, but I would say I can talk to a gazillion customers a day, a gazillion partners a day. But when it comes to those reaching out to new people, by the end of the day, I'll talk to everybody I know and love first, and then I run out of time. So for me, I need to get to work on those conversations with people who I haven't had a conversation with yet. What about maybe you shy away? You're not quite sure what to say. Is that what's holding you back? 10 meaning, that's me. 1 meaning, nah, that's not my issue. Or somewhere in between. Make sure you're writing them down, because I'm going to be asking y'all. Number 4, maybe it's I need more confidence. And right now, and you're like, you know what? I kind of shy away. I start talking, then I kind of freak out a bit about, what if they ask me this? What about this? Well, right now I got your solution. If this is you, if that's a high number for you, look here. Tomorrow night, I'm going to put a plug in for our monthly Elevate. Last week was Elevate Your Wellness. Thank you to Brenda and Karen and Allison. I got a quad order and another one coming. I know Brenda got a quad and maybe a partner out of it. I can't wait to hear from the rest of you. Y'all, that was huge. And you know how I got it? Brenda didn't even know where her person came from. One of my customers who wasn't on the call told her son's mother-in-law about it, and she got on the call and then called me. You guys, utilize these calls. They work. So back to what we're talking about is, if confidence is an issue, be on this call tomorrow night. I don't know anyone who can talk about our product and our research better than John Blair. He was vice president of our product and development since the beginning. I mean, he he's going to talk about balance of nature. He's going to talk about AG1. He's going to talk about our competition and why Juice Plus is superior to anything out there on the market. We need to be on this call, and we need everyone, our team, on this call. You guys, I'm telling you, I know I will bank money. This is going to be a call you will want to share and share and share and share. Get people on this call tomorrow night. And I promise you, it will build your confidence. And I'm bulletproof when it comes to this product and our research, but I can't wait to even become more bulletproof and sharpen how I communicate. Let's be professionals. And this call will help us check that one. This will bring us to the point that we all aren't going to need, this will not be an issue. Number 5, maybe we don't even know where to start. And you know, a couple of weeks ago or months ago, we did a whole series on planning and vision setting. And if you are struggling with, I just really don't know where to start, then reach out to me, to Brenda, to your upline. Let's get you a plan, just like Aaron sharing about Precious, how Precious got to QSSC, how Trina's getting to POB. You guys, there's a plan. We just have to, we got to know what the plan is, and we have to work it. Number 6, maybe you're just not using the tools. Everybody on here should have boards on their phone and know how to use it and use it every single day. Everybody on here should know how to get to recordings, to get unbelievable recordings to share with people. Everybody on here should know how to onboard a new partner. Everybody on here should know how to walk people through those worksheets to get to the next level. Everyone on here should know and have Voxer and utilize it. And then we're going to talk about this. Brenda's going to finish it up with our Here's to Your Health customer page. We all need to have all of our customers on this page. We're going to really try to crank up this page and really build a community. If your customers on that page, you're going to want to get them on there this week. And Brenda's going to talk to that in a minute. And then lastly, maybe we just need to make a commitment. And thinking back to last week, Stacy's talk, she made a commitment to herself to talk to 10 people a day. Her goal was 15. She only got 9. But who's worrying about that? 9 new customers. But it wasn't, yes, she had to set the goal to get the intention, but it was her commitment to herself to talk to 10 business conversations a day. Wow. What if we made that kind of commitment? All right, I'm going to stop real quick, and we may continue on, but I'm going to stop real quick right now. And I'm going to ask, who wants to share with me those 7? Which one is it that's your Achilles heel?
I didn't get that. Could you try?
My Apple Watch is talking to me. Think about it. Aaron, I see you took your, let's hear from you. Which one of those are holding you back?
Yes, sorry that I left for a minute. My phone got so hot it turned off. So I would say for me it's the commitment piece, and then sometimes it's where to start. Then I'm like, oh, today I'm committed. You know what I mean? I have that turn on and turn off, and let the ups and downs of life kind of rule my stinking thinking. So I think that's where I just have to pull up and every day and say, I'm committing to this because I know, so maybe revisiting my why also would be a good thing with that commitment piece. But
I almost see those two going hand in hand, to be honest. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing, Aaron. I almost see those. Are you guys hearing me okay? There's some weird stuff going on with our audio today. So I see those two almost going hand in hand in that the commitment and what was the other one you just said?
And then revisiting the why so that I know why I'm committed every day, like that I'm choosing to pick it up, you know?
I think it's getting it written down then. Like Stacy was very specific. So I think being very specific with what you're going to commit to do and then making sure you write it down so you got a plan to follow.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know this business inside and out. You know how to do those two things. I think it's a matter of just doing them. And maybe who do you have to hold you accountable to it?
And with Stacy, it was bold.
It was bold.
She put it out because I said that to you when she first did it. That was a bold move to put that out there. And I talked with her privately one time last week, and I just said, I'm in awe of what you did. She said, it was hard. She said, begin with those conversations. She said, you know, and I think she shared a lot of that with us last week. It wasn't easy. None of this is, you know, it's simple, but it's not easy. And I think just boldly proclaiming, this is what I'm going to do. I think there's that plus we know from brain research, you know, your brain believes what you tell it.
Yeah. And it doesn't know. It doesn't know. It will believe whatever you tell it. Kind of as you're talking, Brenda, it made me think about just doing these Zooms. 5 years ago, we started the coaching chat and we have faithfully done it every week. I remember 5 years ago feeling very ill-equipped to do these Zooms, but it's like riding a bike, kind of back to what Stacy said in the beginning. It was hard. It's hard. Anything new is hard. It takes a while to get comfortable with it. But repetition builds our confidence. Repetition makes us better at it. I guarantee you her conversations are way easier and way better if she did it 10 people a day. That's 300 in 1 month, 300 business conversations. That's huge. That's really huge. Sandy.
I think this is one of the things that bothers all of us to an extent, but I wrote this down from Stacy on that. She said she took an action to have a conversation with 10 business conversations every day. And she said that gave her a chance to flex the rejection muscle and to build it. And it was an opportunity for redirection and referral. Even though somebody says no for them, they may know somebody. And I think we need to keep that in mind. And eventually come back to this person. We never let them leave us, but I just get it, building up your rejection muscle so that you are firm in the belief, and maybe it's not you, but it's somebody in your network of friends, and refer.
I love that. I love that. Thanks, Sandy. Flexing the rejection muscle.
Rejection muscle.
I love it. All right. So who else? Looking at those 7 things, what's the one you personally want to hold in that you think is holding you back? I told you mine. Oh, Trina. Wait a minute. You're on mute.
Right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to expand my network. So I am going to commit somehow to join Push for Women across the street to exercise. So I'm going to see if I'll be down 5 pounds by what? We'll see if I really do it. I've been talking about it. I can't breathe real well. So, you know, I haven't held me back from going over there, but it's all women. So I thought, well, if I could just even get on the treadmill, but it's hard to talk and walk at the same time for me. But that's my goal, is I've got to expand.
I love it. I love the fact you've identified it. Yeah. And I love the fact that, you know, kind of back to what Stacy was saying, what you're choosing to do is hard physically for you right now, but it's all of us. And my issue kind of is just kind of what I have on my plate is really finding that time. I have just enough time to kind of take care of what I have, but I have to carve out time to really connect with new people and build. And I got plenty of people connect with. It's the time that I've got to just kind of what you're doing, make myself do something that's hard. It's hard. It's hard, but you know what? Anything worth getting is it's hard. So thank you.
I can go ahead and keep eating my cinnamon rolls every morning. So it's a trade-off. And those that know me know. Morning.
You're this big, so I don't know that you have 5 pounds to lose. But
I do, but I'm out of shape. So
okay, so build yours. So I love that. So yours is build your network. Aaron's is wait a minute, you're on mute. I'm trying to remember.
Get to work. Get to work.
Commit and get to work. All right. I love that. Who else? Anyone else? Jelaine.
So mine is need to expand my network. And one of the things that I'm doing, and maybe everyone else can, think about it, was that find something. I found a person, like the sourdough thing is a big thing for everybody. So I found an instructor that is coming into my house to teach. But with that, expanding my network, because I brought in an instructor, all of her friends come with it. So they're getting to know me as well as me know them, and they're getting to learn about what I do. I have another one that we're going to bring up is another girl that was in the class. We're going to do a sauerkraut party. With her comes all of her friends. So if you actually invite an instructor to come to your house, with them and comes their friends. So just an idea. So I'm doing the sauerkraut. The sourdough first, and we have had one class already, which was very successful. It's already got me a Tower Garden sale, plus possibly one more, and a few of the capsules that will be sold. These are all new people that I never knew. So this is my way of expanding my network.
I love it. You're already doing it. I love it. Okay. Anyone else? Thank you for those ideas. Dale.
I was helping with early voting the last 2 weeks. And so I had a chance to sit next to different people throughout the 2 weeks. I think what I've just, and in our low time, we couldn't have a phone, but we could bring a book. So I reread Go Pro with Eric Worre. And he was talking about how he would just listen and listen and listen until he got, people who were successful, get all their verbiage and make it part of what you're doing. And, I saw so many missed opportunities last week. Like one of the girls I was sitting with, she was saying how, she eats all these great foods. Or no, she was the one that said she doesn't want to give up anything. She'd rather die young and be able to still go to Taco Bell and do all her favorite stuff. And later, but late, and we didn't have a chance to follow up, she was talking about how she had kidney stones. Well, when I start hearing resistance, I've got her contact information now, but I'm weak with the confidence and the follow through.
Tomorrow night.
And I'm just praying for opportunities to be, I guess it's a combination between being confident and knowing what to say and not giving up.
And I think tomorrow night you'll be bulletproof. Listen to show up.
I'm hoping it's recorded because tomorrow is election day for my county. Okay. So we're working like 5:30 in the morning until 8:30 or 9 at night. And I'm not going to be able to do anything.
It will be recorded. The thing that came to mind is when you're talking about her is the thought came to mind, but what if you live short and die long? How fun is it? If we're only focused on eating bad food, yeah, okay, so I'll die early. Well, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just live long, die long, basically. That's a scary thought. So anyway, Brenda, we're getting close to our end. Thank you, Dale.
Well, and one of the things I think, Dale, I think for what is question number 3 and question number 5 is asking questions. If you don't know what to say, just, how are you doing? How's your health? What are you struggling with now? I think the more that my mother was, no matter who she was ever around, she wanted to know everything about them. And it breaks down doors, because we want to be seen. And I think asking questions is really powerful. I think it helps in a lot of situations.
One more thing. One of the judges is a soccer player and plays all over the place with different leagues. And her daughter just opened up a dance studio. So I would love to be able to make an inroad for both of them. And I've sent them some information on Saturday and said I would follow up today to give them a little time, or give the mom a little time. Hopefully she passed it on. So I'm just praying for the right words to try to help move that along, because either of them would have a lot of connections too.
Sometimes, just saying, the answer is no, nothing. If you say nothing, so sometimes it's better to flub it up, just talk. At least you get the conversation going. So anyway, okay, let's go ahead, keep thinking about those this week, and let's come back with solutions. What are your solutions to the areas that's holding you back? So be prepared next week to come and share. I've thought about it. Here's my solution to my biggest hang up of those 7. And I'm going to turn it over to Brenda. She's got some homework for us to do.
Okay. With, here's to your health is our customer page. And right now we have close to 800 people on it. But one of the things that I didn't even catch, Elaine helped me with in terms of, Stacy was the one who set up the shreds for January, February, March. And I didn't realize that she was running it, which evidently, she said I didn't get it. She was running it through her customer page and having other people on her team respond. And, I think that is, we both were just thrilled, with the thought of that. Because I'm pretty sure I have almost all of my customers. That's always my goal. The thing is, if we run it through there, we're going to, first of all, people that would never even think about the shred are going to be exposed to it, because like I said, we already have close to 800 people. But I think too, when Tracy and Stacy was talking about bringing in other people, because you get, with all those algorithms, we're going to have a lot more people looking at it. And I think that's a great way to do it. Especially since, when I ran the shred all those years, I posted all day long. This is two posts. One at 7 in the morning, one at 3 in the afternoon. And I think it's more, the quality of the post is, that's easy to do that day. So I think that's a great way to do it. The company shred is starting today. Ours is going to start next Monday I think it's the 12th. What's today? 4th? Anyway, so we have time, first of all, the 11th. Thank you. We have time, first of all, for you guys to invite your customers to the page. And I would love to, if I would love to have you guys be willing to post. Right, Stacy's had written out the posts for March, so it'll be an easy way. I can just send them to you, and you can. She has the graphics, she has the word, the content, and everything. So if we had 10 people, somebody to post every day, or whatever, I can send you I can send you the stuff. It's an easy transition into it. So when we do it again the next time, maybe we'll between now and then, between now and then, if you see a post on another thing that you want to, you're like, oh, that'd be a great one for Here's to Your Health. And then you guys can just be posting, into Here's to Your Health too, because we really want to grow it.
Let's start by just this week's homework. First, let me start by saying, is everybody on here today on this Here's to Your Health page? Anybody not on this page? Is everybody's thumbs up? I can't see everybody right now.
Let me see. Let me go.
Okay. So everyone I'm seeing right now saying they're on this page. How many people's customers are on this page? All right. So we would encourage y'all, let's work together. We're a team. Let's work together as a team. Let's get our customers on this page. Let them experience, even from a distance, what the shred looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And let's commit, and I'm just as guilty. I'm not a big Facebook fan. I'm literally going to put a sticker on my computer that says, comment on Here's to Your Health. Let's us start commenting. Let's invite our team on there, and let's really get a page that supports our people, gets them excited, gives them a peek into what we're doing. And then, as Brenda said, we can, each take turns posting down the road. But for now, let's just get our people on there and let's get active ourselves on there by commenting.
And I got to tell you, when somebody posts and you come on and respond, not just react, not just a smiley face or a thumbs up. If you comment at all, it lights people up. I can't tell you how many times that on different occasions when they were like, did you see they responded to my post? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's so affirming, and I try to always every day go through my notifications because it'll tell you, who has responded to you. I always respond if they've said something. I don't always respond if they just reacting. I try to do that, but it really making it personal, seeing that you appreciate what they said, or you hadn't thought about that, or that's a great recipe, or that kind of thing. It really does make a difference because we're all so anxious.
And it's going to be easy customer support.
Absolutely.
That way people know we're not just trying to sell Juice Plus. We really want to see people's health transform.
And transparently, we can be more bold about what Juice Plus is in this group. I don't, if you're putting it out publicly by yourself, there's a lot of eyes on that. Here, that's what this group is for. And so I just think it's, I try to post something specifically about Juice Plus at least at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. But I try to, get to a lot of different health issues. But if you guys being on there and you guys responding will make a huge difference. I think it'll be exciting.
All right, guys, we're almost up with our time. So thank you, Brenda. And let's see, Jelaine saying something. 5-word comments affect the algorithm. So make your comments 5 words.
And one of them be their name. They love when you respond back to their name, because then they'll for sure get the notification.
All right, guys, I appreciate you all. Same time, same place next week. And we'll kind of dig in a little further into what's holding us back and how do we overcome it. So thanks for sharing, all of you guys, and congratulations to all the good stuff that's going on. Bye, everyone. Jelaine, that's what she's talking about, the company shred. We're pulling it right into Team Extreme, or not Team Extreme. Here's to Your Health Facebook page.
Because that's what I've done we used Stacy's stuff in our own individual groups, but now we're just going to run it through Here's to Your Health instead. I'm not going to have a separate shred group. It's going to be through here.
Okay, you said the company shred started today.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on Here's to Your Health?
No,
we're doing that, but
we're doing the company shred. We're starting next week. So other people are starting today.
So where do I find the company shred?
Well,
someone has to run it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll just be I'll still run it. I'll still get everybody prepped, put in all the posts and stuff getting ready. And then I'll send you whatever what every day's post, if whatever day you commit to posting.
Okay, where are you asking for us to sign up for those commitments?
Just let me know. Are you, what is that something?
I'll help. I'll do a day.
We'll put a post maybe on Team Extreme, you think? Would that be good, Elaine?
Well, I thought you were just going to do this shred and we were going to worry about people posting. Right now, let's just get everyone's customers in there and let's personally start responding this month. And then next month, maybe
that's a great way to get started. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Make a plan, then we'll all start helping to post. But for now, let's just get people in there and us.
Okay. So this one starts on the 11th.
Right. But I'll start posting probably on Thursday. You know, I have, you're just getting ready, getting revved up, because I'd already said something about Here's to Your Health, about the next shred in Here's to Your Health a couple of weeks ago. But honestly, it just took me by surprise. I said to Elaine yesterday, oh my gosh, the shred. But